Hey, what's up boys, it's Chuck and Max here, and today I'm going to bring you guys my gaming pickups video. Now, I actually went online probably about a couple of days ago and asked myself, when was the last time I've done a gaming pickups video? And it was probably about a year ago I made one. I don't know how the hell I made it. I made it for over a year. But, please, I do apologise for the gaming for that reason. Normally I make videos more often, and since I had this was a Howard's 1,000 view videos and all that, I never had a chance to do it. But this is probably going to be one of the coolest, pickups I've ever picked up. I have a new thing called my best for last pile, and a best for last pile is basically like the best things I had in my collection. So we're going to go through my DVDs and my Xbox games, and then we're going for the best for last. So let's start with it. I have got probably about some really good films I have, and these are all I have. So the first film I have is White House Down. Now, many of my friends said about this film is really bad. Me, I haven't got a clue because I have not watched it. I think I've only watched like 10 minutes of it, and I just got distracted. But if I get my own opinion about this game, I will talk about it. But unfortunately, I don't have an opinion on White House Down. Sorry guys, I have no idea. The next film on my list is actually a film I wanted to watch for so many years. I finally have a copy of it, and that is Anchorman. Yes, I finally got Anchorman 1. All I know, Anchorman 2's out, and I still have to watch that. But what I thought about the first Anchorman was, it's so funny. I remember watching it down on the TV, because I remember watching it on TV, on the downstairs down, in my big TV. I remember watching, like halfway through the film, I was like, this is pretty funny. And I remember I finally watched the film entirely through, probably about a couple months ago. And I want to talk about it, and this is my opinion, best comedy I think I've watched for a while. And I have on my list, I have so many great games, movies, which is really good. And I think my friend Arthur loves Anchorman. I think he's watched Anchorman too, and I would like to see that. But sooner than later, I would like to see, Anchorman 2. My opinion, but I need to see it. Now, the next thing that's on the list is actually I watched on YouTube, which I have to buy the DVD for. And that was, if you guys have seen, my Russell Howard's Wonderbox video, you know I'm a huge fan of it. And of course, I have to buy Russell Howard live. I watched it on YouTube, brilliant. I think he was funny. And I didn't even know it was this one here that I watched on. I think it's one of my favourite, I think, I have only watched like a few Russell Howard, DVDs. But this is quite a funny one to watch. If you haven't had a chance to watch Russell Howard, go and watch Good News. You will finally understand the jokes in that, and then go and buy the DVDs. Yeah, I think if you want to know about Good News, it's coming back on next year. I don't know when. He's doing this Wonderbox tour, and I only had a chance to see him once, live in person. Highly recommend see Russell Howard if anyone hasn't seen it. Next film on my list is actually a classic film. I've seen this back in the day, and I love this film a bit. And that was Eraser. Now, Eraser is one of the 5 Schwarzenegger films I love watching. The top one I love watching is Terminator, and I do have Terminator 2 up there. I want to buy the actual copy which hasn't got the extra scenes. But what I thought about this is just a good classic film. I remember watching this from beginning to end, and I said to myself, best memories I had for watching this. Highly recommend picking up Eraser. And as well as that, I think White House Down my parents got me, and I think these ones as well. And I'm going to talk about them, and that was the Expendables series, 1 and 2. Now, 1 was fun, 2 was good. I loved these two. I know they showed up a trailer for Expendables 3. If you haven't seen it, search on YouTube, Expendables 3 trailer. I think it looks pretty good. I need to see that. It actually looks blooming awesome. But what I thought about these ones are just brilliant. One of the best films I watched for fighting, for action. I watched RoboCop, and it is pretty good, RoboCop. I need to explain RoboCop when I got my copy back from downstairs, but I'll explain it soon, maybe in another video. But I highly recommend Expendables. I can't explain it because it's kind of spoilers, what you want spoilers. So I don't want to ruin anything. Yeah, I'll go over this one here. The next film on my list is actually a really classic film. Not a classic film, but a classic, like, way they done it. If you see Die Hard, then you probably will see this here. And that was Olympus Has Fallen. Now, basically, many of my friends said it's Die Hard, but you get right in the White House. And it says it on the front, which I didn't understand. I didn't see it at the time. But I like this. I love this film. I think I've watched it like so many times. I only watched the intro because it's just not intro. I watched the beginning shout scenes. I was like, how the hell can he do this? I just love this film to bits. If you haven't seen Olympus Has Fallen, please check it out. I think you can get that for cheap now. I don't know how much, but just cheap. Finally, on my DVDs list, and I can't wait to tell you about this. Great. Let me put these down here first. A great film I watched back in the day when I was 14, and I said to myself, I want to get a film like this. I do have it on VHS tape, but I want to get the DVD of it, and that was Mars Attacks. When I was a kid, I was doing my video games and all that. You've probably seen me play video games. And my mum just called me down saying, watch this, and I was like, holy crap. That was my experience. And I asked her, what is that film? And it was Mars Attacks. I was like, I watched every single bit from the aliens attacking to, you know, classic music at the end. I was like, this is the best film I watched for like a sci-fi, you know, comedy. It is a fun film to watch. If you have a chance to see Mars Attacks, get it. It is one of the highly recommended films I have watched over the years. Now, basically, now we're going off the DVDs. We're going to video games. I have some pretty good games. Yeah, I'm just checking them now. So, the first ones are PlayStation 1 games. A classic PlayStation 1 game. I remember playing these when I was a kid, and I still love playing it to this day. And I think you've seen it in my gaming pickups video where I talked about this. Well, I've done it. I've got Time Crisis 1 and Project Titan. Now, I did have Time Crisis 1, but in a Platinum version. Fortunately, that one has gone scratched and broken up. But this one here, I finally have something I'm doing from now on with PlayStation 1 games and PlayStation 2s, is buying picture versions. Basically exactly what they were when they were released. And so it's Project Titan. This one is also a picture version. And I gotta say about Time Crisis Project Titan, I think my favourite game in the series is the first Time Crisis. Project Titan's good, I like it. It's not my favourite in the series, much because it's like made from a different company. My favourite in the PS2 is Time Crisis 3. I'll explain. I want to do a Time Crisis series. That is my goal, is to get a Time Crisis series with you. I want to do that. I've never had a chance to do that, and I would love to do it. Now we're into the 360s. And 360s it shall, because I've got some great games on it. And I'm going to talk about the games that I bought basically a couple weeks ago to a month. I think these were quite closer anyway, but the first game on my field is Dark Boy. Now, I got this game, let me explain this. I've refused this game so many times. I've seen it in Blockbusters before they closed down. I've seen it in game, I've seen it in H&V, I've seen it probably everywhere. And I was in game one day and I was like looking at games there are, and I had like a Dark Boy. And I said to myself, I don't know if I'm going to pick it up or not. I had like decisions to make. Pick it up, don't pick it up. And it was 99p, and I was like to myself, do you know what? I'm buying it. I want to have a look, I want to see how it plays. And what I thought about it was okay. It's not my favourite, but it's made by Capcom, so that's the good news. Is this game worth it? If you can get it cheap, yes. If you get it for like a quid, maybe a couple quid, then do it. Good film. It's a good game, so, but it's not my favourite. I like, but I still want to finish it to get the achievements. The next game on my list, the next game on my list is a game that I had on the PlayStation 3, but I had to get it for the Xbox 360, and that was Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days. I love this game the best. I think when I got this game on PS3 for 25 quid back when it was launched, with the limited edition stuff, I was over the moon. I loved it. And I haven't finished it. I don't know why I haven't finished it. But it's just a great game to play. If you can get this game for cheap, then do it. It is a highly recommended game. The multiplayer is brilliant. I love it. The campaign's good. It's a bit clunky here and there. Multiplayer is just superb. Try it out. It's one of my highly recommended games. And now a game that I wanted to play, but everyone told me to stay away from it. I don't know why people are saying stay away from it, but for me, I had to play it. And I did have the poster for it about so many months ago, and that game was Medal of Honor Warfighter. Now, I played Medal of Honor on the 360, the limited edition, and what I thought about that game was okay. I didn't like it, but I did like playing the shooting mechanic. I like the shooting stuff that you do. But the whole gameplay was just, yeah. Multiplayer was, yeah, again, half and half. Didn't play much of it. But Warfighter was different. I don't know why. It's like every game I play. You love it or hate it. This game was strangely a little bit loved, a little bit hate-ish, because the campaign is decent. I'm not saying it's bad, it's decent. The multiplayer was, I can't play them online because there's no one online. I only played like once or twice. But Medal of Honor Warfighter, what can I say about it? I'm gonna give this game a try. If you have the money, try Medal of Honor. If you don't want to pick it up because of reasons, then don't pick it up. For anyone who, like me, is I want to try it, but I had not a chance to play it, give it a try. You may be surprised, may not be surprised. Please just check it out.